would win in a fight till the death? This is a question that has ignited many discussions across all of the world in media, whether it's superheroes or anime or horror movies, you know. Today we're focusing on horror game stories. We are going to be checking out and taking a close look at a triple threat matchup between the three main antagonists slash monsters of Supermassive Games: Until Dawn, House of Ashes, and the Quarry. The Wendigo, the Vampire, and the Werewolf. Before I share how I think a battle between these three monsters would look like, we will first of all take each of the three competitors under closer examination as we look at their strengths, their weaknesses, and generally how they compare to each other. Therefore, here is the tale of the tape. Cannibalistic humans turning into even more horrifying killers. Reaching between 7 to 8 feet, the Wendigo is a massive threat, not just in size. Despite its skinny, skeleton-like long figure, it can lift up to 725 pounds and rip apart any prey presented in front of it, whether it's with their disfigured teeth or their bare hands. They are cold-blooded, efficient killers that hunt by sight. If you move, you are dead. Being able to climb and leap within the blink of an eye, they are perfect killers in any environment. They will force the prey into moving with the screeching. Besides decapitation, fire and explosions are the only way to truly kill a Wendigo, as its thick skin makes any sharp weapons useless, while guns only slow them down. They're vicious and sadistic killers, terrifying in appearance and efficient yet brutal when murdering. Only by luck or long preparations were humans able to survive an encounter. In other words, once a Wendigo has set sight onto you, you better not move. And if you do, you will become just another victim of their endless hunt. Once peaceful aliens infested by a parasite, the vampires are 8 feet tall, bloodthirsty killers with a huge environmental advantage: flying. That alone gives them lots of opportunity for hunting their prey, alongside opportunities to retreat if necessary. The vampires have massive hands and legs with which they are able to crush humans alive. They also feature sharp claws that can be used to injure if not rip them apart. They're strong, they're agile, mobile, and can use their black skin to hide within the darkness. Despite not having eyes, their hearing is so advanced that alone the drop of blood is enough for them to hunt and find their victim. While they will burn by any form of light, they are endurable monsters that seem to not even be affected by a truck falling onto them. The only way to kill a vampire without the source of light is by force or stabbing him through the heart, if they even let you come that close. Every full moon, the by a curse infected human will bloodily blow up into a terrifying werewolf. Unlike the name would suggest, the Quarry's werewolves lack the fur or typical more like wolf characteristics, which doesn't make them any less terrifying. Huge in size and extremely strong, the limbs of a werewolf make it possible for them to move at high speed on 2 legs, even faster on all 4, being able to even catch up to cars. The big claws and rows of sharp teeth help them to maul any prey once they're close enough. The biggest advantage of the werewolf are its regenerative abilities, being able to recover from huge injuries within a short amount of time, even regenerating full limbs. Not just that, it seems like the only way to truly kill a werewolf is with silver, as not even cars or containers dropping onto them is able to put them down, even though you may use water to keep your distance. Bloodthirsty and out for as much killing as possible, the werewolves only hunt every full moon, but they leave death behind themselves once the sun has risen again. Now that we have inspected all of our 3 competitors a little bit more closely, it's now time to find a fair and even battlefield where this fight to the death will take place. Because, well, we already know that the werewolf only, exists during a full moon, so it has to happen during a full moon night. But as we also already learned is that even moonlight can damage the vampires. At least that's what the wiki told me. Even though, during the eclipse at the end of House of Ashes, they do not seem bothered by it. But, a full moon might be, a bit more stronger than that. So let's just put them in a very, very big cave area. With just a little bit of full moonlight peeking through so that the vampire does not get hurt and that it's not pitch black dark. Like a very, very big, 2-mile big open area within the cave without water or anything, or without fire, so that the Wendigo or the werewolf aren't at a disadvantage either. And here, our 3 beasts will be unleashed.
Fight!
All 3 creatures will spawn basically far away from each other. While the werewolf will obviously try to smell its prey, the vampire will try to hear its prey. None of that really works out at first, but then the Wendigo will first move. With its scream echoing through the area, the vampire will immediately take direction and flies towards the source of sound. The werewolf isn't deaf, so will also make its way. The Wendigo will first see the werewolf in its sight, given its on ground level. The vampire flies above its two opponents as the Wendigo and werewolf stalk each other, engaging in the first close combat. The vampire will use the opportunity and hurls down from above onto both, knocking them down and away from each other. Following that, I would imagine the vampire to attack the Wendigo from the two, given it was the sort of sound that lurked in there in the first place. Its claws can't really damage the Wendigo's skin, but its strong claws and legs can keep the Wendigo pinned down for the moment. The wolf will soon get back up and charge with its high speed at the vampire, knocking it off of the Wendigo. Followed by it attacking the vampire, it gets injured by the claw's twice, so will be able to fight off the werewolf until the Wendigo impales it through the heart with its arm, followed by the werewolf cutting off its head. I'm sorry, but the vampire just can't compare against either the Wendigo or the werewolf. I just don't see a single scenario where they would be able to survive longer than that. Leaves us with the Wendigo and the werewolf. And some people may now already think, well, winner should be clear then, right? Because as we already know, due to the Quarry, werewolves can only be truly killed with silver. You know, bullets slow them down and, you know, whatever, just injures them, but they're regenerated. You know, the only way to truly kill a werewolf is with anything silver. And the Wendigo does not have access to that, so technically the werewolf should win by default, right? Well, I think that's not the case, because honestly, I just can't believe that once the head is off, or the heart is damaged too much, that the werewolf will be able to survive that. That's an assumption, you know, it's never been, you know, we don't know that. It's just something I have to assume, but honestly, again, once the head is off, once the heart is damaged too much, I think it's game over. You know, I know they have regenerative abilities, but they aren't a werewolf, a rainworm, you know, they don't just regenerate their entire, you know, brain system and whatnot, you know, I just can't believe that's a thing, right? Like, you know, regenerate eyes and arms, sure, but the entire head, the entire brain and everything, once the head is off, should be over. And that basically leaves us with the question, who would be the first to make that lethal strike? Who would be the first to get into the position to, you know, make that fatal blow to the other? And I believe Wendigo first to make that strike. They've been hunters permanently. They do this every night. They're skilled predators that kill efficiently. The werewolves are more driven by thirst in those few hours. They just attack and try to kill anything they see. It's not a survival instinct, but simple bloodthirst. We've seen that all the werewolves like Chris and Silas do kill efficiently, whilst others take their time. It's hard to judge, but I believe that the Wendigo is not only the more experienced, but also efficient killer that would be able to kill with a quick strike through the neck, leading to a decapitation. Besides, we know that with brute force, the Wendigo's head can be ripped off, but the body barely be injured by bullets, so the werewolf simply wouldn't really hurt the Wendigo, as it surely won't be able to even get its hands on the mouth or neck area. Besides, the Wendigo can injure the werewolf in the body area, which it can and likely will heal, but if the fight goes on for long enough, well, full moon is over, and so would be the battle. Within the close combat, I see that the Wendigo will use its blink-like movement to strike for the kill, and ultimately come out as the winner and alpha predator. At least that's what I think, you know? If you believe that the outcome would be different, then it's totally legit and totally your right thing to do, because guess what? As I've mentioned at the beginning of the video, the question who would win a fight to the death has been present in so many franchises and so many genres across the world of media, and it always will come down to who you want to win, or who you think will win, because guess what? It's fiction. It's not real. Everything that happens in this world or, you know, in this battle or whatever, it's solely up to you. It's solely up to the decision of the writer of that battle, basically, right? Because there's no real way to prove this. You know, Wendigos, vampires, and werewolves don't exist, so we will never be able to find out who would truly win this triple threat bout. You know, it will always come down to scenarios decided by me, you, or somebody else. You know, some people may think, hey, the vampire will grab them and drop them from a big height and then kill them once they're back down, or the werewolf is actually stronger than the Wendigo and it will kill it or whatnot. You know, that they're totally fine things to believe and totally fine things to, you know, think about and fantasize about. You know, will always come down to that. It's fiction. If you want the vampire to win, it will win. If you want the werewolf to win, the werewolf will win. I believe the Wendigo will win because of the things I stated, and that's why the Wendigo will, you know. Everything totally legit, so, you know, leave down your idea and leave down how you think this battle would go out alongside leaving a like and subscribing if you enjoy my content. There will be more videos coming up around any type of Supermassive Games, so more to Until Dawn, more to Hounds of Ashes, and more to the Quarry alongside other games, alongside me playing through the newest title coming out in November, Devil Me. Outside of that, our next playthrough project will be Detroit Become Human, alongside some other videos to Counter-Strike or Valorant or League of Legends. So look forward to that. I'm very excited for it. I hope you are as well. For now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and well, have a great day. Enjoy your time. See you again soon. Thanks for watching.